Like, I don't know these two people. That is still a very beautiful woman.
Damn
Has
right
she
it is.
gained weight? Okay, she's gained weight. Like
Pierce Brosnan's gained great
right.
as well.
Okay, but this is a stunningly beautiful woman.
Yep.
And this is a woman who is aging appropriately, right? So she's not trying to do 50 million things
aging better
wrong
than
with herself.
appropriately, but yeah.
100%. But I'm saying, like, she's not trying to undo the inevitable.
Yep.
How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Now, Chris Williamson is one of those channels that he has a lot of good content in there, and then this time he had this divorce lawyer who's quite popular on the YouTube streets and online generally, because he does give good takes. At the same time, most of the time he has good takes, and especially trying to explain to men why they should or should not marry. And on this particular episode, they were talking about Pierce Brosnan. Now, there is this popular picture that went around, especially on X, talking about his wife and him as they look right now, as opposed to how they looked before they started getting married. Now, we are going to listen into what the opinion they're going to give about this. I do have a slightly more nuanced position other than what most of the people were talking about on social media. So let's continue. Let's listen in, to what they have to say. Then I'll give you my commentary as usual.
To an image that had been going very viral for a while.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you've seen this. You may have done already.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's a famous image of Pierce Brosnan and his wife, and I think it's maybe 20 years apart, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's him and her at what looks like the height of his 007 fame, and she's looking very young, and then it's him and her, and she's gained a lot in the chest and got a little bit older, but so is he. And the best response that I saw to that, dear men, this is your daily reminder to avoid marriage. The best response that I saw to that was...
Let me give you a little... my opinion first about the concept. Before and after, when people get married, the wife gets a bit heavier, gets probably, most of the time they do get a bit heavier, especially if you've had children. Sometimes even when you've not had children. Just age in general. That's why you have to take care of yourself. Now, I don't know why we have to be this immature, because I think it's immaturity, especially if you're seeing people who've been married for 20 years, they have children together. She hasn't really gained that much weight compared to the rest, really. And they seem very happy. And he's a celebrity, he's been sought after by many, many women for so many years, because a good-looking man who's famous and rich, he was James Bond. But this woman managed to keep him there. So there's something extra there, maybe a loyalty. Maybe she gives him exactly what he needs, his peace, to be able to be who he is right now. So there are many other things other than looks. Looks are important, but we all know that looks can change any time. Character is what is more important, isn't it? Anyway, let's continue with this.
That man hasn't aged a day in 3 decades.
Yeah.
Where do you think that regulation came from? That is the single best advert that you could see for marriage, because look at how he is flourishing, and is that really the thing that you're...
But see, I'm shocked that anyone looks at that. Like, first of all, this is a successful marriage in an industry where there is no such thing. Like, I have done a lot of actor divorces, and believe me, they suck at being married. And so this is a successful, happy marriage that produced children, it is a long marriage. Now, I will tell you, like, I don't know these two people. That is still a very beautiful woman.
Damn
Has
right
she
it is.
gained weight? Okay, she's gained weight. Like,
Pierce Brosnan's gained great.
Right.
Well.
Okay, but this is a stunningly beautiful woman.
Yep.
And this is a woman who is aging appropriately, right? So she's not trying to do 50 million things
aging better
wrong
than
with herself.
appropriately, but yeah.
100%. But I'm saying, like, she's not trying to undo the inevitable.
Yep.
And the truth is, like, if you're with a partner long term, you don't always see those changes as much. Just like you don't notice in yourself that you've gained or lost weight until stuff feels tight.
How old do you think your mum sees you when she looks at you? You're still 12.
Right. And so isn't that a beautiful expression of love?
Now, let me piggyback on this particular how he's going about this, because I think this is the best way to think about it, because I think it is not only unreasonable, but it's also immature to expect that somebody won't age. You've seen all the women and men trying to augment themselves, bald men trying to do hair implants, cringe. Also, women with their lip fillers, plastic surgery, BBS, you name it, all that augmentation, and for what? Because it's inevitable. In fact, most of those who do the augmentations look ridiculous after a while. So as far as I am concerned, this is how it always should be, because this is inevitable. Aging is inevitable. Now the thing is, are you able to age with someone who respects you, somebody who obeys you? Because I don't think that Pierce Brosnan would have stayed on, because he's really, even at this particular moment, he looks great. But you see, that's genetics mainly, and probably because he looks that way because at home everything is taken care of. He doesn't have to stress about all the other things that go out there. He doesn't have to do all the hard work outside, then come home to an argumentative wife. He doesn't have to do all that. So there is a mixture of these things that work to make life livable, to make sure that we are able to meet our responsibilities, that we are able to live satisfactory life. You can chase happiness, but happiness is momentary. Satisfaction is what we should be looking for. Are you satisfied with how you're living, how you're working? Are you satisfied with the results, your effort? All these things is what has actually made men great. It has nothing to do with all sorts of arguments about these little things that are not really important when you look at it in the grand scale of things, in terms of investment in other people. Because the real investment is when other people are able to feel your work, that they are able to appreciate what you've done for them, that they are able to actually not only appreciate, but also feel the fruits of your work. That is what a man is supposed to be, because a lot of us want to be selfish. Yes, the world has gone to hell, they hate us, blah, blah, but that has always been the case. Most men throughout history have not had even a chance to procreate. They've never even had a chance to build something for themselves. They were building for other people. More and more in the modern world, we are able to do that, but also now we are going backwards, because things have gotten harder, just harder, not the hardest they've been. Now everybody's checking out, making arguments, blaming everyone else. The problem is that even when you see something good, we've become so jaded that we really don't want to appreciate it. I don't know where that came about really, but maybe it's all the feminism and all the social engineering. Obviously, that's part of it. But the fact that we fell for it, the fact that we still keep falling for it and acting as they expect us to act, give up. Because this is the thing. Personally, because of the situations in the world currently, I am not going to get married. The conditions for healthy marriages simply do not exist, and I'm not going to put myself in the line of fire to be taken advantage of. That's me. But also, I'm much older than most people. I'm much more jaded. I probably don't have the patience. That's the thing. I don't have the patience for it. But generally speaking, if you want a family, this is a couple to look up to. They are celebrities, and they're in an industry where these things don't work. That means they're extra special, don't you think? Let's continue.
I always tell people when they talk about this sort of like, oh, well, you're going to age, and when someone ages, okay, I have a dog that is 16 years old. I got that dog when the dog was 4 months old. What do you the dog is now deaf, okay? Gets up every morning, tail wagging, can't wait to eat breakfast. He's got a great quality of life. When he no longer has a great quality of life, I will do the thing you need to do, which is to the brave and difficult choice. But He wakes up every day, tail wagging, has to get carried up and down the stairs. But once he's there, can't wait to eat his meal, can't wait to do his thing. So he's a happy dog. Do you think I look at that dog, deaf, has to be carried up and down the stairs, all that, and go, dude, I gotta get a puppy. This fucking dog. Look at this old ass dog. Can't even hear anything. Like puppies can chase balls. These kid dogs used to chase balls. He was so fun. He used to run like a wind. I got videos of it on my phone. Now look at him. He's like a broken little thing. The opposite. The opposite. I love that dog more and more. I know I'm in the bonus rounds. I know I don't have all that much time. And I have to tell you, I fucking love that dog. How do you know that those people don't look at each other and just go, look at us? And look at that photo of us when we were fucking kids. And we didn't know what it was going to be. And we were so scared.
So glad we're here now.
And here we are.
We're not there.
Right. And by the way, you won. You won.
Yeah. That's escape velocity.
Yeah.
That is escape velocity.
How do you look at that and not admire it? And but again, I get it. If you're that unbelievably shallow that you go, oh, could Pierce Brosnan is a handsome, successful man. He could pull 20-something-year-olds easily.
And have his mind turned inside out by the inability to communicate with.
But I'm saying this is not a man who doesn't have options. And this is a person who he chooses, and I'm sure has choices as well. So you look at these two people, and I would look at that and say, wow, that's a success story. That's something to aspire to. Again, if they're happy, if they find joy in each other, but to just look at that, that's more about what you are seeing in your life and your emotional state than anything that's actually going on between those two people.
In other news,
let us be honest. Most of us men, we don't end up with the supermodels. We don't end up with these spectacular looking females who love us unconditionally and do what we want. Now, if we are going to be realistic about generally what happens, we end up with people who give us peace. It doesn't really matter how they look, generally speaking. If they take care of themselves, they just don't let themselves go, you'll find that you'll treat them with respect and you'll honor them. But the problem is we've all become rather vain these days, extremely vain to a point where we don't want to build anything really with valuable people. We want to live a Hollywood lifestyle, a Mills and Bood romantic book lifestyle that is not real. When push comes to shove, when you have investment in a relationship and kids and all those things, there is a mind frame that you must assume. If you're not ready or don't want to, do not get involved in this. Because if you are going to see a slight change in somebody's body, because with Pierce Brosnan's wife, that's a very slight change. It's nothing spectacular that it's out of control. In fact, she is trying very hard, especially if she's had kids and she's 20 years older, probably now is it her 50s or something like that, or 60s, whatever the case may be. But more important, they have a dream life that you don't, or all these people who criticize them don't. And it becomes a little bit effeminate to keep on talking about that, because that is really what effeminate men and badly behaved women do. That's just a fact. Talking about other people in a snarky way, especially where there's really very little to criticize except, oh, she put on weight after 20 years and a number of kids. Come on now. I don't know what you think about this video. Please leave me a comment down below at the same time. Like the video, share the video, and of course, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, peace.